Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're zeroing in on Microsoft Clipchamp. It's this web-based video editor that's been making some waves.
Right.
And our mission today for you is really simple. Let's cut through the noise, figure out what Clipchamp actually offers, its strengths, maybe where it falls short.
Yeah, its weaknesses, too.
Exactly. And how it fits into the whole video editing scene right now.
And for this deep dive, we've looked at quite a bit. Lots of sources, detailed analyses, reviews, but also, importantly, what real users are saying out there.
Good.
We're trying to pull all that together for you, give you the essential picture.
Perfect. So Clipchamp. Fundamentally, it seems designed to make video editing, well, easier, right? More accessible.
That's the core idea. Yeah, whether you're totally new to video or maybe you need something polished but don't want to fight with, it's like super complex software.
And it's important to remember Microsoft bought them. That was, back in September 2021.
That's right. And they've been weaving it into the whole Microsoft 365 system since then.
That acquisition really signals their strategy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Bringing video tools right to their, massive user base.
Absolutely. Puts them more head-to-head with tools like, say, Canva or CapCut. They clearly saw a chance to boost their M365 offering with something user-friendly like Clipchamp.
Makes sense. And like a lot of these tools, it's freemium. Free and paid options.
Yeah, exactly. A freemium model.
Okay, let's unpack that. What's Clipchamp really for? What's its main job?
Okay, so at its heart, it's a freemium, web-based, non-linear video editor.
Non-linear, meaning you can jump around, edit bits out of order.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Much more flexible than the old way of doing things. And its whole design philosophy is ease of use, especially if you're new or, making quick stuff for social media or maybe internal company comms.
Right, the kind of videos lots of us actually need to make. So what specific things can you do with it?
Well, a few key things. First, it's really geared towards social media. Think TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Facebook videos.
All the short form stuff.
Yeah, and it has templates and tools specifically optimized for those platforms. Second, it's pretty useful for marketing materials like video ads, product demos, tutorials.
Ah, okay. Good for small businesses maybe, without big budgets.
Exactly. You don't necessarily need specialized skills or a huge budget. And third, it works for internal stuff too. Training videos, editing meeting recordings, video presentations, announcements.
And personal projects, family videos, that kind of thing.
Sure, yeah. Family videos, slideshows, it covers that too.
Okay, sounds pretty broad. Now, AI, it's everywhere. How does Clipchamp use AI?
Right. Uses AI in some helpful ways to speed things up. There's text-to-speech, so you can create voiceovers easily.
Oh, interesting.
Auto captions, which is great for accessibility. And even things like removing backgrounds from images. These AI bits can really cut down on the more tedious parts of editing.
Those do sound like actual time savers.
Okay.
Okay, but how does it compare to the big professional tools like Adobe Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro?
Ah, that's a key difference. Clipchamp isn't trying to do those. It prioritizes simplicity, ease of use, not the super deep granular control or complex visual effects you get in the pro software.
So different tools for different jobs.
Exactly. Clipchamp is for making good quality videos quickly and easily for common uses, not for, high-end Hollywood productions.
Got it. Makes sense. Okay, let's talk money. The pricing. What are the different tiers?
So like we said, it's freemium, and the free version is actually pretty capable.
Oh, yeah. What do you get for free? What are the highlights?
The biggest thing, honestly, is unlimited exports without a watermark.
No watermark. That is big. A lot of free tools slap their logo on everything.
Right, and you get up to 1080p HD resolution for those exports, which is, frankly, great for most online video. Plus, all the basic editing tools are there. Trimming, cropping, splitting, rotating, speed adjustments.
Essentials?
Yeah, and basic transitions, filters, effects, all included.
Wow, that's quite a lot for free. What about stock content, like music or clips?
You get access to some basic stock media, audio, video clips, images, graphics, even some stickers, and those AI features we talked about.
Text-to-speech, captions.
Yep, text-to-speech, auto captions, that speaker coach thing for analyzing your voice, image background removal, even an auto composition tool to help arrange clips, all in the free version.
And screen recording.
Screen and webcam recording, yes, both built in.
Okay, that sounds like a really solid free offering. So what's the catch? What don't you get?
Well, the main limitations are around the premium stuff. You don't get the full library of premium stock media or the more advanced filters and effects.
Oh, okay.
And features like the brand kit for keeping your branding consistent, content backup, and exporting above 1080p like 4K. Those are generally paid features.
Right. So if you need that extra polish or 4K you need to pay, what do the paid plans look like for individuals?
For personal use, there's Clipchamp Premium. Standalone, it's usually around $11.99 a month, or maybe $120 a year if you pay up front. But here's the interesting part. It's also bundled with Microsoft 365 personal and family plans.
Oh, so if you already have M365, you might already have access to the premium features.
Exactly. That adds a lot of value if you're in that ecosystem. And we've also seen, sort of recently, a slightly cheaper Clipchamp Premium, listed maybe around $7 a month if you pay annually. So the pricing might be shifting a bit.
Lots of options. Can get a bit confusing, maybe.
It can, yeah. The key thing to remember is the free tier is strong, a great place to start. But figuring out the best paid option for you might take a closer look.
Okay, so what do you actually get if you upgrade to one of these personal premium plans?
The big ones are exporting in higher resolution, up to 4K UHD. You unlock the full premium stock libraries, audio, video, images, access to more advanced filters and effects.
And the brand kit.
Yep, the brand kit for one user, so you can save your logos, fonts, colors, and content backup, which gives you some peace of mind.
Okay, that makes sense for individuals. What about for businesses or schools, teams?
Right, so Clipchamp is also baked into some of the Microsoft 365 business and education licenses. Think Business Standard, Premium, E3, E5.
So again, if your organization has those, you might have it.
Correct. But there are also standalone plans for work. There's a standard one, maybe $3, $4 per user per month. That gives you core editing, 1080p exports, standard stock, storage.
And a premium for work, too.
Yes. Clipchamp Premium for work, around $7 per user per month. That adds the 4K export, the premium stock media, and importantly, advanced video analytics via Microsoft Stream.
Analytics. That's a key business feature. What else makes the work versions different?
The biggest thing is that deeper integration with Microsoft 365, automatic backup to OneDrive and SharePoint. That's huge for businesses.
Yeah, for collaboration and just keeping things safe.
Definitely. Plus shared brand kits, so the whole team can use the same logos, colors, fonts easily, consistent branding.
And the analytics you mentioned via Stream.
Right. And the AI features are mostly there too. Plus an audio noise suppression tool, which is pretty useful for cleaning up meeting recordings or voiceovers.
Okay, that OneDrive SharePoint integration sounds like a major selling point for businesses already using Microsoft tools. Are there any surprising omissions in the work versions?
Yes, this is really interesting. Some sources suggest that the standard and premium templates, the pre-designed video layouts might actually not be available in the work and school versions.
Really? That seems odd. Templates are usually a big time saver.
It is odd. It differs from the personal plans where templates are a key feature. Maybe the strategy for work is more about starting from scratch or using AI like Copilot to generate initial drafts if you have that license.
Huh. That is a curious difference. It really points to Microsoft pushing that M365 bundle hard, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It makes the M365 subscription more valuable, keeps people in their ecosystem. Yeah. But yeah, like you said earlier, all these different tiers and what's included or not included, it can get confusing. You really have to check the details for the specific plan you're looking at.
Definitely need to read the fine print.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shift gears. Let's get into the actual using of it. What's the editing interface like?
This is generally seen as one of Clipchamp's biggest strengths. The user interface, the UI, it's designed to be really simple, intuitive. People often compare the drag and drop feel to something like Canva.
Okay, familiar territory for many people then.
Yeah. You've got your tools on the left, a preview window in the middle showing your video, and the timeline at the bottom where you arrange everything, video clips, audio, text. It supports multiple tracks too.
And you mentioned a gap remover.
Yeah, a neat little tool. If you delete a clip and leave a blank space in the timeline, it can automatically close that gap for you. Saves a click or two.
So it sounds like it's genuinely easy to learn, even if you've never touched video editing before.
That's the goal, and mostly, yes. The standard stuff, trimming clips, splitting them, deleting bits, changing speed, separating audio from video, it's all pretty straightforward.
What about transitions? Effects?
There's a selection of basic transitions, fades, wipes. Some of the fancier ones are premium, though. And one review we saw mentioned some of the free ones felt a bit dated, but they're there.
Okay. And resizing for different platforms like Vertical video.
Yep, got a resizer tool. Presets for common aspect ratios, widescreen 16.9, vertical 9.16 for phones, square 1.1 for Instagram, super useful.
Green screen.
Green screen or chroma key is in there too, lets you remove a solid color background. TechRadar gave the interface and experience a perfect 5 out of 5, so that tells you something.
Wow, 55 for usability is high praise. Okay, we touched on AI earlier, but let's dig deeper. Those AI features sound like a big part of the appeal. What can they really do?
The text-to-speech is quite impressive. Lots of languages, different voices, you can tweak the pitch and speed. Reviews often say the voices sound pretty natural, which is key.
Better than those robotic voices we used to get.
Oh yeah, much better. Then auto captions. Again, supports many languages. You can filter profanity, edit the transcript if needed, and download it as an SRT file. And it's usually pretty quick.
Captions are so important now. Huge time saver compared to typing them out manually.
Definitely. And for visuals, there's background removal for still images. That's in the free personal plan and the work plans. They also mention video background removal, though the specifics across plans can be a bit hazy.
Okay. And what about that silence remover you mentioned?
Yes, auto cut. That's in the work plans. It intelligently finds and removes long pauses or silences in recordings. Think editing interviews or presentations could save a lot of time.
That sounds incredibly useful. Anything else on the AI front?
The free personal plan has Autocompose, uses AI to help assemble a video quickly. Interestingly, that's not in the work plans. There's also a speaker coach.
Right, analysis your speech.
Yeah, pace, pitch, filler words like and gives you feedback as you record. And the work plans have noise suppression for cleaning up background noise in audio tracks.
Quite a suite of AI tools. And the Copilot integration.
Yeah, that's more forward-looking. If you have a Microsoft 365 Copilot license, you can use text prompts to get AI to generate a first draft of a video, maybe pull some stock footage, arrange basic scenes, then you import that into Clipchamp to refine it.
So AI helping kickstart the process.
Exactly. Overall, these AI features really do lower the barrier to entry, make things more efficient, and you can see the potential for even more advanced AI stuff down the line.
It definitely sounds like AI is central to making it accessible.
Yeah.
Okay, what about managing your stuff within Clipchamp? Like templates, stock photos, branding?
They provide resources for that. The template library, at least in the personal plans, is pretty big.
Yeah.
Lots of options for different platforms and uses.
But maybe not the work plans, as you said.
That's the confusing part, yeah. Sources conflict a bit there. Then you have the stock media libraries, audio, video, images, graphics. Free gets you a basic set. Premium unlocks a much larger, generally higher quality collection.
But a lot of the good stuff is paid.
Often, yes. A fair chunk of the really desirable stock assets are behind that paywall.
Makes sense. What about branding? Keeping things looking consistent.
That's the brand kit. It's a premium feature, both personal and work versions. Lets you store your logos, brand colors, custom fonts, though uploading fonts might also be premium.
And you mentioned shared brand kits for teams.
Right, in the work versions. So everyone on the team can easily access and apply the correct branding. Super useful for businesses.
And backing up your projects.
Content backup is also a premium feature for personal plans. For the work plans, it's often automatic, saving directly to OneDrive or SharePoint.
That automatic backup for work users sounds like a really key benefit. Okay, let's talk about getting things in and out, recording and exporting. What are the options?
Built-in tools for screen recording and webcam recording. You can even do both at the same time, picture-in-picture.
Like for tutorials.
Exactly. There's even a teleprompter feature if you're recording just your webcam, helps you read a script smoothly. And the work version has extra webcam background options, blur, green screen, custom images.
Nice. And exporting the final video.
Free plan goes up to 1080p HD. Paid plans unlock up to 4K UHD.
And file formats.
Mainly MP4, which is standard and works everywhere. You can also make short animated GIFs.
Sharing options. Can you send it straight to YouTube or TikTok?
Yep. Direct sharing options to YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest. Also to cloud storage like Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox. Pretty convenient.
Okay, and technically, how does it actually work? Is it all running in the cloud?
It's actually a hybrid model, which is interesting. The video processing itself, the rendering effects that happens locally on your computer.
Oh, not in the cloud.
Right. This can make rendering faster, especially if you have a decent machine, and means it's not constantly uploading and downloading huge files for processing. But the interface, the app itself, is web-based. You need internet to load it, access your files.
So best of both worlds, maybe. Or worst.
Huh. Well, it tries to balance things. Local processing speed, web accessibility. But it means your experience depends on your browser, your computer's power, and your internet connection, especially for loading things up initially. And this hybrid approach, it might be linked to some of those performance issues users report.
Ah, okay. That local processing part is important. Performance could vary a lot depending on your computer, right?
Definitely. A powerful machine might handle it smoothly, while an older or less powerful one could struggle, especially with complex projects or 4K video.
Makes sense. So putting it all together, who is Clipchamp really for? Who's the ideal user?
I'd say the main targets are beginners, definitely. People new to video editing, social media creators, small businesses, maybe medium ones too, educators, students.
Especially those already using Microsoft stuff.
Absolutely. If you're in the Microsoft 365 world, the integration is a big plus. And really, anyone who needs to make decent videos quickly without a massive learning curve. If ease of use is your priority over super advanced features, it's probably a good fit.
And who is it not for? Who's going to find it too basic?
Professional video editors, full-time pros who need that deep control, advanced color grading, complex effects, third-party plugin support. Clipchamp just isn't built for that level.
Okay, let's make it real. Can you give us some examples? How would different people use it?
Sure. Okay, imagine a small bakery. They want a promo video for Instagram. They could grab a social media template, drop in their own photos, maybe short clips of cakes.
Add their logo if they have premium.
Right, use the brand kit. Pick some background music from the stock library. Export in 1080p. Done fairly quickly.
Okay, example 2.
An educator making a software tutorial. They use screen recording, maybe overlay their webcam in the corner, trim the boring bits, use auto captions for accessibility, maybe text-to-speech for some parts. Easy to share.
Nice. How about a YouTuber?
Okay, a YouTuber doing a talking head product review. They could use that sounds remover to cut out pauses. Add some B-roll, maybe from stock or their own footage. Pop in some simple titles, transitions, use the background remover for a clean thumbnail, export in 1080p, add the auto captions.
Covers the basics for that style. And a business example.
Right, a corporate team. They recorded a Teams meeting. They access it via OneDrive SharePoint in the work version of Clipchamp. Trim it down to the key parts, add text overlays for emphasis, generate captions. If they have premium work, maybe check the analytics via stream later to see who watched it, and use the shared brand kit to keep it looking official.
Those examples really help illustrate where it shines. It seems like that sweet spot is definitely ease of use and speed for common tasks.
Exactly. It's focused on getting good enough quality out efficiently, especially for online stuff, and that free tier makes it really appealing for basic needs.
So thinking about workflows, how does it fit into someone's daily routine or a company's operations?
Well, being web-based gives you flexibility, right? Access from different computers, assuming you have internet. But the real integration story is for Microsoft 365 users.
That seamless connection again?
Yeah. OneDrive, SharePoint for backup and access. It's huge for work teams. Easy sharing to teams. Analytics via stream in the premium work plan. Even that potential Copilot integration down the road.
But does that heavy Microsoft focus maybe lock out people who aren't using M365?
That's a fair point. It's definitely most compelling if you're already in that ecosystem. Outside of that, you lose some of the key integration benefits.
How else does it help workflow? Templates, AI.
Right. Templates in personal plans, and the brand kits speed things up, keep things consistent. The AI tools automate those tedious bits, captions, voiceovers, silence removal. Saves time.
Collaboration. Can teams work together?
It doesn't seem to have real-time Google Docs-style editing, but the OneDrive SharePoint integration in work versions allows for asynchronous collaboration sharing projects using shared assets.
Okay. And that hybrid model, local processing, web interface, how does that impact the day-to-day flow?
Well, the local processing can be faster, which is good. Cloud access is convenient. But yeah, you're dependent on your internet for loading, syncing. That can be a bottleneck. And performance relies on your local machine's specs, too. It's a trade-off.
Okay, let's zoom out. The market. How does Clipchamp stack up against its main rivals? Who are we talking about here?
The big competitors in this user-friendly space are probably CapCut, Adobe Express, and Canva's video feature.
All right, let's compare them. Clipchamp versus CapCut first.
Okay. Clipchamp's strengths are its more developed web editor, that M365 integration, and the 1080p watermark-free exports on the free plan. CapCut started on mobile. It's super intuitive there, huge for social media, trends, effects, filters, sounds.
CapCut's free version is pretty powerful too, right?
Incredibly powerful, often gives you more advanced stuff for free than Clipchamp. Its auto captions and text-to-speech are also really highly rated. Might be better for, say, e-commerce or social-heavy businesses.
And ease of use. Pricing.
Both are easy to use. CapCut maybe leads on mobile, Clipchamp on desktop web. Pricing for premium tiers is roughly similar. Both have strong free options. Clipchamp fits the Microsoft user. CapCut is great for mobile-first, trendy content.
Okay. How about Clipchamp versus Adobe Express?
Clipchamp is more purely video-focused. Adobe Express is broader. It's an all-in-one design tool that includes video.
So if you use other Adobe stuff.
Exactly. Express integrates better with Photoshop, Illustrator, etc. It also has a massive template library beyond just video, access to Adobe stock fonts if you pay, plus features like removing video backgrounds and maybe more animation options in Premium.
Pricing. Usability.
Pricing, again, pretty comparable. Both are beginner-friendly. Express gets praise for its templates and Adobe ecosystem links. Clipchamp is solid if video is your main focus, especially if you're an M365 user.
And finally, Clipchamp versus Canva for video.
Canva's huge, right? Primarily graphics, but its video features are now really strong. Massive template and asset library, especially with Canva Pro. Great collaboration features.
Canva does a lot.
Yeah, all-in-one design. Features like magic resize, background remover, AI tools, even syncing video to music beats. Both Clipchamp and Canva are super easy to use. Canva's UI is probably more widely recognized as intuitive.
So who chooses which?
Clipchamp has the M365 tie-in and is more video-centric. Canva is the broader design platform with very capable video included. Great if you need graphics, presentations, and video.
It sounds like all these tools are fighting for that same prosumer user. People who need decent results without pro-level complexity.
That's exactly it. They're all balancing features, cost, ease of use, templates, stock media, AI automation. Those are key battlegrounds. And ecosystem integration, like Microsoft for Clipchamp, Adobe for Express, is a big differentiator.
It's the crowded space.
Very. Drives innovation, keeps prices in check, hopefully. Clipchamp's edge for business is M365. For individuals, maybe the free tier and being built into Windows. But performance and constant improvement are crucial for any of them to win out.
We've covered what it does, how it compares. But what do actual users think? What's the real-world feedback?
It's definitely a mixed bag. There's good stuff, but also some significant complaints.
Okay, let's hear the good first.
Ease of use comes up constantly. Beginners really seem to appreciate how intuitive it is. We saw a Reddit comment comparing it favorably to DaVinci Resolve for simple stuff, which is saying something.
And a free tier.
Huge positive. That 1080p new watermark export gets mentioned a lot. People find it genuinely good for quick edits, social media posts, and being a Microsoft product built into Windows sometimes gives it a sense of trust, familiarity for some.
And features get specific praise.
Yeah, text-to-speech, auto captions are often called out as helpful. Templates, one available used. The included stock media, those get positive mentions too.
Okay, sounds pretty good. Now, or bad, the complaints.
The number one issue, hands down, is performance. Slowness, lagging, buffering, really slow uploads or exports, crashes. It comes up again and again in reviews, forums, even recent posts.
That sounds frustrating.
Hugely. And the internet dependency bites people with flaky connections. More advanced users just find it too limited, not enough control. Missing features like keyframe animation.
What else?
Customer support gets criticized sometimes for being unresponsive. The stock media in the free tier, people feel the best stuff is often paywalled. And occasional bugs or glitches get reported too.
So it's easy to use if it works smoothly.
That's the core tension. The user ratings reflect this mix. Trustpilot is around 3.5 out of 5. TechRadar liked the interface but scored editing tools, stock libraries lower. The consensus is good for basics, beginners, but performance and lack of depth are major drawbacks. You see comments like, it just works, next to, it's a hot mess.
That performance issue sounds like it could really kill the whole experience. The performance paradox, you called it.
Exactly. What good is an easy interface if the tool itself is unreliable or slow? It completely undermines the easy part.
Yeah.
People get frustrated and leave. Microsoft really needs to nail the performance for Clipchamp to succeed long term.
And does that affect the value of the paid plans? If the free one is good, but performance is iffy?
That's a great question. The free tier is generous. So the paid plans need to offer really substantial, clear benefits beyond just 4K or more stock, especially if performance remains a concern. Some early reviews called the paid version overpriced.
So the upgrade needs to feel worth it.
Definitely. For individuals, they need to weigh it against competitors. For businesses, the M365 integration adds value, but even they need the tool to be reliable day to day. Performance underpins everything.
Okay, Clipchamp is meant to be efficient, save you time. Does it actually do that?
In theory, yes, the potential is there. Easy interface means less learning time. Templates, personal plans give you a head start. The AI stuff.
Captions, text-to-speech.
Right. Text-to-speech is faster than recording voiceover. Auto captions beat manual typing. Silence remover speeds up editing recordings. Background removal simplifies a tricky task. Integrated stock media saves searching time. Web access saves installation time.
Lots of potential time savers. Do users report this?
Yeah, some user testimonials and reviews do highlight the speed for simple tasks, the time saved by specific features like text-to-speech or templates.
There's always a but with performance, isn't there?
Exactly. The potential time savings are high, but the actual savings completely depend on stable performance. If it's lagging, crashing, exporting slowly, all those efficiency gains vanish. You end up wasting time, getting frustrated.
So efficiency is conditional on reliability.
Precisely. Unreliable performance breaks the promise of efficiency. Fixing those issues is critical for it to truly deliver on saving users' time.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Your expert evaluation, overall score, future outlook.
Taking everything into account, I'd rate its potential maybe a 7 out of 10.
A 7. What justifies that? What's good? What holds it back?
Strengths. Microsoft backing. The M365 integration is powerful. That free tier is genuinely good. It is beginner-friendly. The AI features are useful. Focus on accessibility. Potential for more with Copilot.
And the downsides?
Holding it back. Those persistent performance issues are the biggest thing. It is limited for advanced users. The market is super competitive, and the pricing and plans could be clearer.
If you were doing a quick SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats.
Okay, quick SWOT. Strengths. Ease of use, free tier, Microsoft M365 integration, AI tools, web access with local processing. Weaknesses, performance reliability, internet dependency, limited advanced features, confusing plans maybe, customer support concerns. Opportunities, deeper M365 Copilot integration, fix the performance, expand unique AI features, clarify the plans, develop more business-focused templates perhaps.
And threats.
Threats, intense competition, Canva, Adobe Express, CapCut are strong, users leaving due to performance frustrations, being seen as only basic, losing trust over support issues.
Okay, based on all that, what are your recommendations? Who should try it?
Right. Beginners, casual users, definitely try the free version. Great starting point with that 1080p and no watermark. Social media creators on a budget. Free tier is valuable. Consider premium for 4K stock, but definitely compare it to CapCut first.
Small businesses using M365.
Explore the work versions for the integration, but test performance thoroughly before rolling it out widely. Check if the features, like templates, meet your needs in those versions. Educators. Worth checking if it's included in your license. Good for course content.
And pros.
Advanced professional users, probably too limited. Look at proper NLEs like Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro.
And the one universal tip.
Test the free version yourself. On your own computer, with the kind of projects you actually do. See how it performs for you before paying anything.
So, final summary thoughts.
Clipchamp's big unique advantage is that Microsoft 365 integration. That makes it sticky for those users. But the performance problems are a serious threat. Microsoft has to prioritize reliability for it to live up to its potential and become a go-to tool.
Really great analysis. So, quick recap for everyone. Microsoft Clipchamp offers impressive accessibility, especially for beginners, and powerful integration if you're in the Microsoft world. Big pluses.
Right.
But these are balanced against real user concerns about performance reliability and its limitations for more complex editing. It hits the mark for certain people, but fixing the performance is key for it to really take off more broadly.
Well put. Potential is there. Reliability unlocks it.
And on that note, a final thought for you, the listener. As we see tools like Clipchamp getting baked into bigger suites like Microsoft 365, how is that going to change how we all create content? Will ease of use eventually become more important than having every single advanced feature for most people? Something to think about. We definitely encourage you to give Clipchamp's free tier a spin, see how it stacks up for your needs. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.